Hey everyone, this is Gary with Poe Air. I've got a marketing friend that's been on me for years telling me I needed to make some videos. And I've been telling him for years that there's already enough boring videos out there on how to change your filter. But last year when everything turned upside down, I remembered something. I remembered a way that I could make some air conditioning videos that could be entertaining and informative. You see, I was once a young magician, dreaming of going pro until Lisa reminded me that our kids would need food and shelter and such. And back then, I had this thought on teaching the secrets of air conditioning revealed by using magic. But at that point, YouTube hadn't been invented yet. So I put my wand away, and I took that idea, and I put it in my pocket. But last year during the lockdown, it returned. So, what does air conditioning have to do with magic anyway? Well, for that we have to back up 4,000 years to a painting on an Egyptian tomb that many people think was the earliest recorded depiction of a magic performance. It showed an Egyptian with a couple cups. Now, the Egyptian didn't have access to high-tech limited edition Poe Air mugs like these. The Egyptian used some basic simple cups like this. And they think they would do magic stuff with them. But some people don't think that the painting actually shows a magic performance at all, but rather an early con game, like the three-shell game, where the con man would take a ball and put it under a cup. And then he would give the cups a mix. And then people would bet what cup the ball was under. And they would lose their donkeys. See, now, I have a different theory. I think the painting showed a clever young inventor trying to show Pharaoh how air conditioning could work. You see, heat's just a form of energy, so it can't be created or destroyed. It can change forms and it can be moved from one place to the other. And that's how air conditioning works. You see, in air conditioning we have two boxes. We have an outside box called a condenser, and we have an inside box called the evaporator. The condenser pumps liquid refrigerant to the evaporator. There, the refrigerant evaporates. When something evaporates, it absorbs heat. So the heat in your house is absorbed in the evaporator, and then it's moved to the condenser. There, the refrigerant condenses back to a liquid. When something condenses, it gives up heat. That heat's then blown away by the outside fan. So, what we have is we have an evaporator that absorbs heat, moves it to the condenser, where the condenser gives up the heat, and that heat's blown away by the outside fan. Now, a heat pump's actually just an air conditioner that's operated in reverse. It absorbs the heat outside in the winter and then pumps it into the house. Now, sadly, Pharaoh didn't listen to the young inventor, and instead he opted for the more insulation approach. But that was doomed to fail because insulation by itself can't get rid of heat. And it turns out pyramids were very costly and labor intensive to build. So if you've got heat that you're trying to get rid of, magic cups won't do you any good because heat obeys the laws of physics. So if you're trying to get rid of heat, then you need to call somebody because you can't wish it away, and you can't magic it away, and you can't carry it out in your pocket. Heat's pretty persistent, at least around here. So you got to call somebody. Who are you going to call? You could call one of the shiny companies with the big advertising budgets and hope that maybe they'll get the heat out, but they might just want to play games with you or nickel and dime you to death. So if you've got heat that you're trying to get out, you need to call Poe Air, because we don't play games. Getting the heat out is our specialty. Thank you. I hope you've enjoyed this. If you have, then like, subscribe, whatever. If you haven't, then give us a call. Not to tell us that you didn't like it, but to book a service call. You see, if I'm busy doing checkups on your air conditioning, then I won't have time to make any more silly videos like this one. Thank you.